Well, howdy do, buckaroos. This is Tom the Beer Whisperer. Thought I was recording. I've been talking for 5 minutes and realized I wasn't recording. Let's try this one more time with feeling, damn it. Oh, so I picked up this. Here's Large coming on camera. Large likes to be on camera. I picked up this Missouri Spirits House Bourbon because I do the marinade I use for my turkey calls for bourbon. The original recipe that I got 100 years ago, about 20 years ago, out of a food and wine magazine, called for 4 ounces of bourbon. Well, I actually use more than that. I use 8 to 10 ounces because more is better. And I've kind of tinkered the recipe over the years to do different things. I've used Irish whiskey in it, and I've kind of swung back around to doing bourbon in it because I like the characteristics that bourbon give it. It doesn't necessarily make it taste like bourbon, but the flavors that are in the bourbon really help to round out the turkey flavors. It also, the alcohol is a natural tenderizer, and where it really works the most is that breast meat. It makes that breast meat so amazingly tender. It's just gorgeous. So anyway, what I'm doing here, I did a video with it, actually. Neat and on the rocks. But here I'm doing something I've done with some other bourbons. When I drink vodka, or gin for that matter, I typically like a dirty martini. I've done a similar application with bourbon and Irish whiskey over the years. When I use wild turkey or versions of wild turkey, anything distilled by Austin Nichols, I call it a dirty bird. When I use Irish whiskey, I call it a dirty Irishman. So using something made here in the Ozarks, we're going to refer to it as a dirty hillbilly. How about that? This is a dirty hillbilly. So basically, this dirty hillbilly has 2 ounces of the Missouri Spirits House Bourbon whiskey. It has 3/4 ounce olive juice and 2 olives. They're Mazzetta imported Spanish martini olives marinated with dry vermouth. So they're martini olives. I really like to use these when I can. So let's take a drink, shall we? Oh yeah, I like this drink. I've talked about cocktails and highballs over the years. I'm not a fan of alcoholic drinks that don't taste like alcoholic drinks. You know, it seems like popular drinks are, especially with, not trying to be sexist here, but like younger folks and a lot of female folks are drinks that taste like fruit punch. You know, they want to you want to combine so many ingredients to where you can't taste the alcohol. Well, I'm the opposite. If I'm having a cocktail, by golly, I want to know what's in there. So there are very few cocktails or highballs I like to drink. I love a Manhattan because a Manhattan is designed to bring out the flavor of the alcohol and not to mask it. Old-fashioned I drink now and again, but for me it's a little too sweet, to be honest with you. Which brings me to this bourbon or whiskey version of a Manhattan. Of a Manhattan. Of a martini. I kind of went blank on my mind. I wondered. A whiskey version of a martini. So, I said I've done Dirty Bird. I've done the Dirty Irishman. Here's my Dirty Hillbilly. Because I'm using an Ozark whiskey. And we are known for hillbillies here in the Ozarks, if you were not aware. Oh. This is a good young bourbon. Is it the most nuanced? No, it's not, but it is. But it's still rather smooth. It's very easy drinking, and this was only $24 a bottle. I've got another whiskey distiller in the area, not far from here, that does some fine products too. But their version of a bourbon runs about $36 a bottle, where I can typically pick up this one for between $25 to $30, and this one I got on sale for $24. Particularly, sometimes I forget how I want to phrase things. For my money, I don't think. How do I want to say that? For my money, I'm going to buy this one. Let's just say that. Let's just be honest. For my money, I'm going to buy this one. Yeah. The other one I like. It's good. It's different. I don't know that I feel the quality is any better for the additional, 10 to $15. I just don't feel that it is. I love you. I love that song. I love you with all my heart. I do now. Yes, I do. I do love this bourbon. It's nice. It's a good, likable bourbon. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not harsh. It may be not the most nuanced small batch bourbon out there, but it is a young bourbon. So there you go. I love to see this. I hope they have some that they're going to age a while because they're a relatively new company. So I'm hoping they're hanging on to some. They're going to age 8 to 10 years and at some point pop it out because I would really love to know what happens. So, but as far as my dirty hillbilly goes, well, it works. Because what that olive juice does is kind of round out any rough edges the drink might have, and it makes a satisfying bourbon a little bit refreshing as well, because the dirty martini is a refreshing drink. So there you go. Hey, I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. If you're ever in my neck of the woods, you should visit Missouri Spirits House here in Springfield, Missouri. If you're ever in my neck of the woods, shoot me a light. I'll meet you out there and have a drink with you. This is Tom the Beer Whisperer. I'll talk to you later. I'm a very sociable guy.